Welcome back to Kirill Smashes Acting. I'm Kirill, actor, educator, cat enthusiast, and for today, of course, black cat enthusiast. Today we're going to be doing a quick summary of everything that we've learned so far in our Acting 101 series. I think it's very important to often refresh yourself on what you've been learning, not only because it gets it into your brain, but because you get to reimagine how you can use that knowledge. So today we're going to be going over the first lessons in our Acting 101 series and how to apply them for an audition. Today won't be as long a video, so hopefully you enjoy it and it teaches you how to use the information we've learned so far. The lessons we're going to be going over are objectives, obstacles, tactics, point of view, and quick memorization, all for the audition purposes. Here's why this is important. You're going to walk into an audition, or you're going to be sent an audition, and you're going to be sent a small piece of the script that we call sides. If it's in theater and it's a play that has been done before, go out and buy the script. I cannot tell you this enough. The more information you have about your character, the more specific your choices are going to be. If it's a play that's never been done before, you're going to have to use your imagination. Same goes with film. Rarely are you going to get an audition in film that's been done before. So you're really going to have to use your imagination to fill in the blanks for any information that the sides don't give you. So you get a side and you figure out who your character is. And then we start step number 1, objective. Figure out what it is you think you want. The key to objective is it must be actionable. Meaning, if I want something from the other person, it has to be something they can do. It can't just be, I want them to feel bad. That's part of it. But why do I want them to feel bad? If I make them feel bad, what are they going to do? That's the key. So I have my sides and I write down what my objective is. I then continue to look through the sides and I go to step number 2, tactics. What am I going to do to get what I want? Am I manipulating the person? Am I intimidating the person? Am I making them feel strong so they feel bad for me? Any of those choices are appropriate. It just depends on how you interpret the character. But make those choices in advance. So now we've gone objectives and tactics. For the next one is obstacles. What's in our way? Be really specific when choosing your obstacles because that will shape the type of tactics that you're going to use, and it's going to help you figure out if you're winning or losing in the scene. Winning means you're getting closer to getting your objective, and losing means you're being pushed back further from getting your objective. So now we have these sides and we have the big 3. Objective, obstacles, tactics. Now comes point of view. Now, since you don't have the script to figure out every opinion that your character has, you get to make that up based on your choices. That means if my objective is to get them to apologize, my point of view about this person might have anger or regret, something that makes my tactics valid. Here's the best part. If you don't have the information, and this goes even if you have a whole script, if you don't have the information, you as the actor have the responsibility of making it up. You can make up all of the backstory of your entire character as long as it makes sense with the information that you are given. You can't decide something if the text says completely the opposite. But anything that the text does not contradict, you are well within your power to make up and to create as part of your character background. Once you have your objective, tactics, obstacles, and your point of view about everything that's happening in the scene, now comes the quick memorization part. If this is in person and you just got the script, absolutely make sure you memorize the first line and the last line. That is huge because that will give you a meaningful launching point and a strong finishing point, leaving the people watching you wanting more. Obviously, even if you just got the script, you should try to memorize as much as you can. But the most important thing is memorizing the first and the last line and then getting it well enough so that you can look up while you're acting. If you have a script and you need to look down at it, that's okay. Believe me, they understand as long as your choices are clear. But make sure that you're looking up whenever you're acting. It's okay if you have to look down for a second, but make sure that whatever energy is happening in the character, let's say if they're pissed off or if they're sad or if they're confused, that you continue that energy physically while you're doing your reading of the script, and then look up and deliver your lines. Be ready to listen to whoever the reader is. Sometimes the reader is going to give you a great performance back and you can act off of them, and sometimes they're not. And that's why it's so important for you to understand what choices you've made so you know what's happening in the scene when you're auditioning. If you've gotten the script in advance, memorize it as quickly as possible and come in off book. Even if you have to hold that script in your hands, really try to be as off book as you can, because the more time you spend looking down, the more the energy of the scene is broken. The ideas that we've gone over in this section will help you become so much more dynamic in any audition or a cold read. But make sure that you're making these choices. If you don't understand what the relationships are, then nobody else is going to. And even if you have a good audition, there's going to be something missing. You want to walk out of every audition or every taping knowing that you gave it as much of yourself as you can. It's okay not to get the part, and it's okay not to be where you want to be as an actor yet, but it's not okay if those things happen because you didn't do the work. Hit that like button. Let me know if you want me to cover anything specific coming up, and remember to subscribe. This is Titus. He's actually the family dog. He has a bit of a bruise on his head. I don't know if you guys can see that. Whoops, sorry, Titus. Ugh. Say goodbye, Titus. Goodbye, Titus.